Welcome back to CE Week 2016. I'm Jason Aaron, and you are tuned in to BeTerrific. And right now, another one of my favorite things to talk about, audio. We are back as we're getting drowned out by the audio next door. Jim, welcome. You have a great, interesting-looking new speaker here, and you guys just hit Kickstarter yesterday?
We launched on Kickstarter yesterday at 11 a.m. during CE Week to try and get as much press engagement, get the new technology that's going on in this speaker out to the world.
So, I mean, full disclosure, I kickstarted 2 projects last year, which is how I landed myself in this seat eventually. Long story for another time. But, a speaker is a speaker is a speaker, right? It's got a cone in it, a driver, or not.
Not. Most speakers are basically a 6-sided box with a speaker driver shoved in it. This is completely different. There is no cabinet inside this. It's actually a very large port. So we took the speaker driver, surrounded it with a very long port. So inside this small little cabinet, there's actually 6 ports that are all 22 inches long. So
Wow.
we're able to get phenomenal bass and this great big huge soundstage out of this little speaker. So we're in a convention center. We've got 2 of these speakers literally mounted to the wall with little command strips, the little Velcro strips, and that's all it takes to hold these up because they're under 2 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to relay this, but yeah, this thing is virtually, it doesn't even, I'm holding it now, it doesn't feel like a piece of electronics because it's so light. What it actually feels like, and I'm going to try to convey this to our viewers, it feels like it's a box, like a storage box. Like I would open this lid up and put stuff in it. That's how light it is.
That's the whole thing. We tried to make this speaker as light as possible, so we're using neodymium magnets, a very rare earth core magnet that's very strong. It allows it to be extremely lightweight because your flat panel TV is mounted to the wall. We wanted this speaker to be mounted to the wall very easily, but for people that are renting, don't own a home, have concrete walls, we wanted to be able to use these little Velcro command strips to just stick it on the wall. Works beautifully. The best part is with the Sonic Vortex technology that I invented, it's got this great big huge sound stage. So these speakers will fill any living room with humongous sound. We're actually, with these 2 speakers and a subwoofer, able to do 104 dB, so rock concert volume out of just this little system.
Now, do you make the subwoofer as well?
Make the subwoofer as well. We've got these launched on Kickstarter, just the right and left like this at $199. With the subwoofer, it's $399. Phenomenal sound performance, ultra low deep bass. For people that know a lot about bass response, we can actually get down to 26 hertz, which is really, really low, out of a subwoofer that's only this big.
About the size of this?
Actually smaller.
Smaller.
It's a little deeper, but it's physically smaller than this.
Wow. Now, one thing I noticed, you talk about mounting this on the wall. Where do the wires go?
All of the wires go behind the flat panel TV, so you see nothing. These are self-amplified, just like a soundbar would be. So you take the digital Toslink cable out of the flat panel, you plug it directly into the speaker, and it's set and ready to go. Plus, we've got coax digital. We have a high-quality DA converter, more for the audiophile or geek side, so it's 24-bit, 96 kilohertz, high-def audio. But we've also got high-def aptX Bluetooth streaming, so it's also wireless Bluetooth streaming built into this system.
So if I want to just buy these because I want them in my bedroom and I want to play music off my iPhone,
that's
done.
It. You're ready to go.
And then how do I power this?
It's self-powered, so the corresponding speaker to this has a built-in amplifier. So there's a small piece of wire that goes between the 2 speakers. That's it. You're done.
So if I want to use this with Bluetooth and my iPhone and no other components, I don't need any power?
Nope. It just plugs right into the wall. You're set and ready to go.
So AC power and done.
AC power and done.
Now, what are these clips in the back, if we could see them?
For people that want to hang it with a screw or a nail, you can. But the command strip is actually the best way to go.
And then these where the speaker wire goes?
That's where the speaker wire goes. That's the only connection.
Yes, we can. That's it. Wow. And if you don't know what he's talking about, these are the 3M command strips. They're Velcro. And these, I believe, you could pull these right off too.
Correct.
So they won't even damage this.
They won't damage the speaker, but they also won't damage the wall. So if you're renting, the command strip goes on, you pull it off, it doesn't even do anything to the paint. It is really the perfect medium. And it works great for concrete walls. Did a lot of traveling in Europe the past couple of years, and over there, they can't do an in-wall speaker, and they can't really do on-wall speakers because they need some way to hang it. With this being so light, command strip was the perfect way to do it.
What a brilliant, I mean, first of all, you're increasing the sound technology. You're not just taking old sound and putting it in a better box.
Correct.
I mean, this is new sound technology in a new casing. It's amazing.
It really is the ultimate tech speaker. I mean, a whole lot of technology went into this little bitty cabinet to make it sound the way it does and perform. So it's trying to change the way people think what a speaker costs, but what it can sound like. And because of the way this was developed, we're able to get an attractive entry-level price point, but for audiophile sound quality, which is kind of catching a lot of people off guard, how good these things sound.
And how's the Kickstarter response been so far?
It's a little slow because we're trying to get the awareness, and all of it started yesterday. So I'm new to the whole Kickstarter bit, so I'm learning this as I go, and we purposely scheduled it for this event so we could get as much press traffic as possible, and that's been great.
How can our viewers find this on Kickstarter? What should they search for?
You can go to kissav.net, and there's a link on our website directly to this, or just look up KISSAV on Kickstarter. There we are.
Beautiful. Pick them up. I'd love to try some out, see how these sound, and we'll be back with more here from CE Week 2016 in New York City. We're at the Metropolitan Pavilion. Come in. We'll be here all day. Check out some of these great products and more. I'm Jason Aaron. We'll be right back.